15-inch MacBook Air, the Mac Studio, a new M2 chip, Mac Pro, iOS 17, iPadOS 17, and so much more coming up. As we all know, Apple launched this WWDC event and dumped a whole load of products and new features. Let's get started. Apple finally decided to come out with this 15-inch MacBook Air. It's equipped with an M2 chip, 8-core CPU, 10-core GPU, up to 24 gigs of unified memory, and up to 2 terabytes of SSD storage. MagSafe charging, Touch ID, and a 6-speaker sound system will also be available. And you get all of this for a starting price of $12.99. And if you're in school, you get $100 off. And just remember, if you order it today, you probably won't get it till next week. Wait, did you forget? Oh yeah, they also shaved off $100 off of the older MacBook Air models. The Mac Studio got its first upgrade by getting the M2 Max chip, but then they unveiled something else. An all-new M2 Ultra, which is basically 2 M2 chips put together. This makes the CPU 20 times faster, the GPU 30 times faster, and with the neural engine being 40% faster than the M1 Ultra. And it doesn't stop there. The M2 Ultra can support up to 192 gigs of unified memory. That sounds like a lot of RAM. Now, the Mac Studio is getting the M2 Ultra chip. With a 24-core CPU, a 76-core GPU, and up to 192 gigs of unified memory, you're looking at a pretty capable chip, which leads down to the price point. The M2 Max Mac Studio. The M2 Max Mac Studio will start off at about $19.99, and since they're putting the M2 Ultra in the Mac Studio, you could expect this to go up in price. And that leads us to our next product, the Mac Pro. The Mac Pro is finally getting its first silicon chip, and you guessed it, it's getting the M2 Ultra. It's got 8 built-in Thunderbolt ports and 6 PCI expansion slots for customization. It's even available in a tower or rack-mounted enclosures, just in case you wanted to put it in a server room. And this powerhouse machine will start off at a whopping $69.99. Do you always have to interrupt me like that? I think we're done with the hardware. Let's move on to the software portion of this video, starting with iOS 17. Are we starting with the phone app? Let's start with the phone app. We're getting personalized contact posters that appear when you get a phone call, live voicemail transcriptions on your screen whenever you get a phone call to help you decide whether or not you should answer it or if it's an emergency. Moving on to the FaceTime app. You now have the ability to leave a voicemail as a message, or a video voice message that you leave when somebody doesn't answer a FaceTime call, which of course they'll be able to view later. Are we going to the message app? You're really starting to get on my nerves. Apple has introduced search filters in the message app to help narrow down the results of your text history. An all-new catch-up arrow that allows you to jump to the first text that you haven't seen in a group chat. You can now swipe on a text to respond to a specific text in a group chat instead of the usual holding down method. It's time for an iOS 17 feature callout. We're getting name drop, offline maps, live stickers, live voicemail, check-in feature, leaving FaceTime messages, standby mode, and not having to say hey before saying Siri. Alright, let me take over from here. iPadOS 17 pretty much got the same features as iOS 17. The feature that I found most intriguing was the PDF features. It includes autofill and inline PDF. Trust me, a lot of the features that Apple is offering, you'd be paying a monthly subscription with Adobe. They also mentioned brand new widgets and home screens, but that's about it. And we're also getting Logic Pro and Final Cut Pro for the iPad. And that leads me to macOS Sonoma. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. Everything that was mentioned for iOS and iPadOS 17 will be available in Sonoma. Widgets fade in the background when new windows are open. You no longer need to install iPhone apps on your Mac in order to use them. Your iPhone just needs to be nearby, and you'll have access to everything on your phone. They've also done many enhancements to game mode on the Mac, taking full advantage on the capabilities of the silicon chips. Another feature Apple announced was the video conference app, where they changed the way you present. You can now have yourself placed on top of the content that you are presenting. You can also appear in a little bubble, depending on what look you're going for when presenting. Some random features that we could mention is the Apple CarPlay. You can now use SharePlay and have other members in the car join your session, and they too will also have control over what song gets played next. WatchOS is putting an emphasis on mental health by adding features that track your mood to help correspond when and where you were in that mood, to help track why and what was stressing you out. And finally, the Apple Vision Pro. I got this. I'm not gonna lie, we weren't expecting this. It's a headset that you can control with your eyes, voice, and hands. You put it on and then apps and widgets just show up around the room. You can even pull up a video and blow it up to have a huge display in the middle of the desert. You're able to work on documents, FaceTime video call, and surf the web. Did I mention you can do all this at the same time? Your entire house can be turned into a phone screen. You can have an app over here, an app over there, up there, and down there. There's no limit. But how can I edit videos and documents with just hand gestures? Well, you simply open up your MacBook, put the headset on, and your entire house turns into your display. The Vision Pro is equipped with an M2 chip and an all-new R1 chip and Optic ID, which is how you unlock the device. Kind of like Face ID? Look, stay out of this. For the Vision Pro, you are looking at a huge price of $34.99. What do you guys think? Did Apple deliver this time? What are your thoughts on the Vision Pro? Do you think Apple is on the right path when it comes to augmented and virtual reality? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Can I talk now? Yes, I guess you can close the video this time. And I think that about does it for this video. We could get into more detail, but then the video would be too long. Don't forget about the free giveaway of the AirPods Pro 2. Just comment hashtag Hector Morfin down below to win. Follow me on all social media platforms. Links are down in the description section down below. And finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that bell notification icon. And I guess we're out. Nope, guess we're out.